Hey guys, so we're continuing in Proverbs, and today we're talking about how to avoid punishment. How do you avoid punishment? In Proverbs 10, verse 13, it says, "In the lips of him that hath understanding, wisdom is found. But a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding." So, when it says in the lips of him, okay, we're talking about someone's words. Okay, so someone who is wise, who has wise words, who speaks words that are wise, is the opposite of someone who is not wise, because someone who's not wise gets a rod. Well, what is a rod? Well, it's a metaphor. It's not talking about an actual rod, but when someone is beaten with a rod on his back, that gives the idea of them being punished. And so someone who is not wise will say words that will lead them to getting punished, getting in trouble with those who are in authority. And that is true for everyone, not just kids, but everyone, because everyone is under some authority. And so the point of this is to say that your words can get you into trouble with those who are in authority. And so that could be any authority. So your parents right now are your authority. Then when you also in school, your teachers are your authority. Your principal is your authority. Then when you get out of school, you'll get a job, and your employer or your boss will be your authority. And your job, you'll have a job your whole life. So your whole life, you'll have authority over you. And so you can always get into trouble with those in authority. I can get into trouble with my boss, and you can get into trouble with your boss, which is me, and your parents. So, how is the question? How do your words get you into trouble? How is it that not being wise can lead to words that get you into trouble? Well, first there's sarcastic words, right? Okay, all of us have used sarcastic words, I'm sure. Well, not all of us, but probably most of us at one point have said something sarcastic, right? Um, like in this photo here. The teacher asks, "Why are you talking during my lesson?" The student says, "Why are you teaching during my conversation?" So don't ever say that to a teacher. But that's sarcasm, all right? And that can get you into trouble. And that can get me into trouble too. So sarcasm is not smart. Now, sometimes it's okay to use sarcasm, right? If you're with your friends and you're joking around, but there are times when you're with an authority figure, it's not smart. And if you're not wise, you'll end up using sarcastic words with people, with the wrong kind of people, and that'll get you into trouble. So then there's angry words, right? You have a moment where you're just steaming mad, right? And you're just out of control, can't control your emotions, and then you blurt out something out of anger. And you say, "I hate you," to your parent or to your teacher. And you say, "You're so mean." And you blurt out these words of anger, which is not smart, right? Because then you realize, oh no, what did I just do? And you get into huge trouble, and you get a punishment that will likely be something that will make you miserable. So, angry words, sarcastic words, deceitful words can get you into trouble. Okay, being deceitful, everyone knows how to be deceitful. It's probably the first thing you learn how to do is how to lie. And so, being deceitful is lying, right? Saying something that is not true, either to avoid getting caught for something that you did, or just being manipulative and pretending kind of tricking other people. All right, so that's all deceitful words, using words that are deceitful. And most likely, unless you're really good at it, you'll get caught, and you'll get into even worse trouble than you were before. And so it's wise to be honest, to use words that are honest. Even if you think you need to protect yourself by lying, uh, what you end up doing is hurting yourself even more. And so smart people are honest, they don't lie. But people who are not wise, people who are not smart, will use deceitful words. They'll trick people, they'll lie, and then they'll end up getting into huge trouble. And then finally, there's rude words, right? Words that you say maybe because you just weren't thinking and you just wanted to shout something out and just came to your mind and you said it, and then you realize, oh no, I shouldn't have said that. That was rude. That hurt their feelings, and now you've made an enemy, right, out of that authority figure. Um, when you have a job and you say rude words and your boss finds out about the words that you said about him or her, or you say them to the person directly, well, now you just made an enemy out of your authority figure. And that's not something you want, because your authority figure has a lot of control over, if it's your job, they can control how many hours you work, and maybe they'll decide to get back at you by having you work early in the morning, like 4 o'clock, or having you work late into the night. And so you can get into a lot of trouble. You can get punished when you're a kid, okay, by your parent if you're rude to your mom or your dad or to your teacher. So rude words, right? Deceitful words, angry words, sarcastic words. And those are all words that can get you into huge trouble with people who are in authority over you. And so if you're smart, if you want to avoid punishment and you want to avoid getting in trouble, then learn how to be wise in the words that you speak.